Hey, if you're wondering what online training is all about, today I'm going to walk you through my app and tell you a bit more about what you can expect when you're training with me. So if you don't know me, my name is Melanie. I'm a personal trainer and nutrition coach, and I have over 10 years of experience working with women in person, and I've been working with ladies online since 2018. Now, I often get asked about my qualifications, and while I don't think qualifications are the most important thing, if you're wondering, I have a personal training qualification and a nutrition coaching certification, and those are from the United States and Canada. I also actually have a psychology degree, and I think that helps me almost more than anything, because when I was studying psychology, I had an interest in neuropsychology and biology, and so I learned a lot about how our brain works, and that has really informed the work that I do now, because it helps me with things like our relationship with food, motivation, mindset, and it has also helped a lot in terms of understanding how our brains change as we age and how that impacts things like how we feel in general and our motivation to work out and take care of ourselves as we get older. So my background in psychology has actually been really important for the work that I do now. And I also have a law degree, and the law degree has really helped me with running an international business, but it was also in law school where I learned to write. So those are my qualifications if you're interested, but what I really want to do today is walk you through my online training app. So let's get into that. Now, the first thing you need to know is that I use a platform called Trainerize to deliver my programs. So it's like I sort of rent space for you on Trainerize. Now, I still write all of the programs. I film most of the exercise videos, so everything comes from me, but I use their platform to deliver my programs so that I don't have to spend my time doing tech stuff. It also makes my programs a lot more affordable for you. And the really cool thing about Trainerize is that they're a super innovative company, so they are always putting new features on the app, and it just makes it a really exciting and engaging place for you to do your workouts. And on the app there's other really cool things, like you can sync up things like your step trackers, your Fitbit, your smartwatches. You can track your steps, your calories, your sleep. There are just so many features, and my ladies find it really motivating. So that's how I deliver my programs. So when you sign up, what happens is I send you a link to download the app, and I also send you a consultation form to fill in. In that form, I'll get some basic info from you, stuff like how many days you want workouts, what your fitness level is, your goals, if you have any injuries, limitations, and whether you want a home or a gym program. So I'm going to get all your details there, and then I am going to personally set up your program based on your consultation form. Now remember, I am a team of one, so it can take some time for me to send that initial setup email and the consultation form, but I do usually try to get everything to you within about 6 to 8 hours. And then I set up your program usually within 24 hours of you filling in your consultation form. So we can get started quite quickly. And then once your program is set up, you can go into your app and you can preview your workouts. And when you click into your workout, you're going to be able to preview all of the exercises and read all of the notes that come with the workout and each exercise. Now, one thing you need to know about me is that I put a lot of information in my programs. And so you are going to find that at the start of each workout, there are quite a few notes. And the reason I do that is because I'm trying to give you as much information as possible so that you can adjust the workout if you need to. Reality is, whenever you get a workout program from anybody, there are probably going to be things that don't work for you just because of certain things that are going on with your body. And so the way my programs differ is that I'm actually trying to give you a lot of information so that you can make the best choices possible when you're trying to substitute exercises. I also try to do things like, if you're a beginner and you're starting out and you don't have a lot of equipment, I try to give you options for equipment as well if it's not obvious. Like, say for example, if there's an exercise shown with a barbell and you could do it with dumbbells, I wouldn't make a note of that, But if there's an exercise shown on a bench and you might not have a bench and it's not possible to do that exercise without a bench, then I might give you an option for that. The other thing that I do is that I try to give knee-friendly versions in the notes as well as back-friendly versions. So I pack a lot of information in each workout, and it's really important when you get started that you read through absolutely everything so that you can get the most out of your workouts. Now, you might be wondering what is actually in a program. So it's quite hard to describe because every program is different, and you might choose 3 workouts a week or you might choose 5. So everybody's going to have a bit of a different program. But regardless of what you choose, I usually try to balance out the upper and lower body work. Every program targets trouble areas, things like toning up your arms, targeting your posture, targeting cellulite, and making sure that we do that without building bulky legs. So that's sort of the overall approach of the programs. Let's say, for example, you choose 5 workouts a week, then you're probably going to get something like 2 lower body workouts, an arm workout that targets the triceps and biceps. You're going to probably get a shoulder workout. Sometimes there's a bit of core work with that shoulder workout or extra posture work. And then there's usually also a full body day that might be more posture focused, or it might target cellulite a bit more, or it might be what I call a challenge workout. So challenge workouts are based on group sessions that I run here in person with my ladies, and they're just a little bit more high intensity than the workouts in the regular program. They're not super high intensity because I do mainly work with over 40 ladies, so I'm very careful not to include things like burpees, but you will find that there will be a little bit more things that might get your heart rate up in between regular exercises, and maybe also a little bit more core work than in the regular workouts. So that's sort of the overall structure. Now, something you need to know is that I put a lot of pressure on myself to write programs. I actually differ from most online coaches out there because I write a new program every 8 weeks. There's not a lot of coaches out there that are writing programs every 8 weeks. And the reason I do that is because I've had ladies training with me since 2018. And those ladies expect a new program every 8 weeks. So that's a lot of pressure on me to make sure that I keep those ladies engaged and motivated. And so that's actually a really big part of what I do every day. I'm always working on programs, always developing new programs, new ways of doing things, and making sure that you keep engaged and motivated. So that's just a quick run through of what online training with me looks like. If you're interested, please make sure you pop onto my website and read through everything there. There are so many more details on my website. Make sure you also read the frequently asked questions sections because those are often missed and they have a lot of the information that you're going to be looking for. Now, one thing I also wanted to say today is that please remember that I am a team of one. One of the reasons that I am able to keep my programs lower price is that they are mainly meant to be do-it-yourself. Now, don't worry about that because I include so much information. They come with videos and ebooks and all the notes in the workouts that most ladies can run with everything and do it themselves. But what I wanted to say today is that if you are somebody who loves having the extra support, who loves being able to ask questions and wants me to actually look at your data, then you need to sign up for my premium coaching. The premium coaching is essentially my regular program, but with the extra layer of support. So with the premium coaching, you actually get those weekly check-ins with me. So just be mindful of that. There is really a limitation to how much support I can provide you at the price point that I sell my programs. Now, on that note, you might be wondering, how can I sell my programs at such a low price? Because that is something that I get asked about quite a bit. So it's worth addressing here for you today. In the fitness world, there's sort of 2 models of programs. So there'll be the high ticket ones, the ones where they charge you thousands of dollars to work with them. And they usually have a high pressure sales team that tries to get you to sign up. Often they'll do a sales call with you. And so that's one way of doing business, which I never liked. And then there's also the subscription-based model where they might have an app and you pay every month for access to the app. And my programs fall into that second category. However, I don't actually automatically charge you every 8 weeks. if you want a new program with me, we do actually touch base. So there is a personal aspect to this. We'll quickly touch base, see if you want to change anything, see if you need to drop down the amount of days or change from a home to a gym program, that sort of thing. And then we'll set up a new program for you. And the reason I don't charge you a lot of money to get started is because I'm actually really confident in my programs. Most of my ladies stick with me for years, and I really love getting to know you, and we really have created this amazing community. So I'm really confident if we get you in and get started that you're going to stick around. So I don't feel like I have to charge you a ton of money because I want you to be able to do this for the long run. So that's my rationale for how I set up my business. And then finally, I wanted to circle around to that whole idea of qualifications again, because I do get asked that a lot, and it's really important that you know, regardless of whether you choose to work with me or another coach, that qualifications are not necessarily the most important thing. The most important thing is that your coach walks the talk, that they are somebody who understands what you're going through. And I'm somebody who probably like you just has an average body. I unfortunately wasn't born genetically with a tiny waist and curvy hips. I wish I was, because that would make my job a lot easier. It would make taking social media photos a lot easier, but that's not what I was born with. And so I understand how hard it feels to work with a body that isn't perfect. And I understand what it's like to have bulky legs and to store fat on your stomach, because that's my body type. And the other thing is that I'm aging just like you. And so I'm going through everything you're going through. And I really get it. And so if you want a coach who understands where you're at in life, then you want to work with somebody like myself. So if that sounds good to you, make sure you pop onto my website, check everything out there, and don't hesitate to sign up for a program, because I'm sure you're going to love the workouts. I'm sure you're going to love how much stronger you feel. That's it from me today. I'll see you again soon.